Hello everyone, welcome back. Another Pokemon TCG live video. This time we're coming from Clifton Road Games Player Cup, which was on the 23rd of September 2023. On the left we have Ryan. Now I didn't check with Ryan to see if he was alright with the surname, so I'm just going to call it Ryan for now. Versus Alex Northey, and you may have heard that name before if you've watched any of my other commentaries, because Alex always seems to make himself into a top cut wherever I'm in the top cut, not in the top cut, I should say, and recording. So this is top 8, and we can see a mulligan there from Ryan. Yeah, this is top 8 after 5 best of 1 Swiss rounds. It was nice to do a cup and actually finish not at 9 o'clock at night. We sort of finished more along the lines of sort of 6 o'clock, which was pretty crazy for an 11 o'clock start. Alex set up there, still playing the Miraidon. Some big changes from his last cup the week previous, taking out the Path to the Peaks, playing something a bit more quote-unquote modern with beach courts. Still rocking the Zera Aura, I believe. One mulligan there. Going to see who's going first as well. I'm not quite sure who won the coin flip. A little bit of time setting up. Waiting for the all-important fist bump to get things rocking and ragga-rolling. Some Psychic Energy there in Ryan's hand. We can see he's playing Gardevoir. One of, I believe, 2 Gardevoirs in top 8. We had 2 Gardevoirs. There we go. There's the fist bump. 2 Gardevoirs, 1 Miraidon, 2 Mew VMAXs, and a Lugia. I believe that makes 8. So we're going to be looking for the turn 1, game 1 Squawk here from Alex, going for the slow-mo as well. Don't know what's going on with the computer there, but we're going to just barrel on through. Looks like there's a few energies in that. I think that's 3 lightning energies in that. Starting. Oh, yeah, okay, so that's Squawk and C is going to be 3 lightning energy, 2 boss's orders, and a Flaffy hitting the discard pile to kick things off. Can't really blame him. I mean, it's sort of a bit of a godsend that he even had the Squawk, to be honest, because now he's got that Miraidon and is going to be able to play the game. Can only think without that, it would have been just Brick City all around. First time looking for the deck. Going to be seeing if there's anything notable being prized here. It's like first Miraidon pick is going to be the Raikou V. Amazing how the Raikou V, sort of from release, basically got released, just like Entei. Did nothing. Unlike the Suicune, which of course, if you're aware, I'm sure if you're a Pokemon card player, TCG player, then you're probably aware that all 3 of those do the exact same ability and the exact same attack, so that they're kind of the same Pokemon in essence. But yeah, Raikou and Entei didn't really have any effect when they came out, but now Raikou's the big boy. Raikou's the big daddy. That's the one that of the 3 that people play, and quite rightly so as well. You're hitting weakness on your Lugias. Obviously, synergy with Miraidon. Here is that Raikou going to go active. No, he's going first, so there's not going to be an attack, but going active does allow the fleet-footed. Got the Pogo Zapdos as well on the bench, so plus 10 damage for all of his Lightning Pokemon in play, other than the Zapdos. But that's only because, oh no, sorry, excuse me, only the basic Lightning Pokemon, so that if that Flaffy does decide to attack, it'll stay 50 damage. And we've got the turn 1 Battle VIP pass there for Ryan, so he's going to be starting Celebrations Mew with the Battle VIP pass as well. Surely I would assume we're going to see the double rolls drop. But you know what they say about people who assume. I'm just going to keep looking for the deck here, see what we've got. Now I think on paper, I'm not sure if I would assume Alex would probably agree with me on this. Gardevoir isn't the best matchup for Miraidon. Without the Path to the Peak, it's arguably worse because you're not even giving yourself the opportunity to shut down that Gardevoir EX. Or the Radiant Greninja. Speaking of the Radiant Greninja, there it is. Going to be concealed cards, draw 2, and another Battle VIP pass. You gotta love it. Oh, interesting. So we're seeing the Manaphy go down. Now, might just be a little bit of lack of matchup knowledge there from Ryan to put down the Manaphy. only really in the deck to stop your opponent's Pokemon from hitting the bench. Alex doesn't play any Pokemon that hit the bench, so that's going to be a bit of a wasted card here for Ryan. It's going to also mean that he couldn't get the fourth Rolts out if there was one available in deck. Might just been top 8 Nerves there. I'm trying to remember. I think Ryan. I don't think Ryan's been playing for like a massively huge amount of time. Oh, there's the Hisuian Heavy Ball. So if there is a Rolts in that prizes, we're going to see it. Just a little thumbs up there from Alex. Not sure what it is. Checking. Don't have sound, of course, because essentially all you're really going to hear is a lot of people chattering in the background. So we're going to see if there's any basic Pokemon in those prize cards. Do you see a rare candy? Okay, so there's a Cresselia. Now Cresselia in this matchup, what's it going to do? It can. Well, I mean, it's definitely not as good in this matchup as it would be against something like Lost Box. You can hit the Flaffy. You can definitely knock out the Flaffy. Although right now there's only 1, 2, 3, 4 Psychic Pokemon in play. So if you were to only get damage counters on your Psychic Pokemon for that Cresselia attack, you're only getting 8 damage counters. Interesting decision there to attach a Psychic Energy to the active Mew, considering he's going to be facing down there the Raikou V. Is maybe just looking to get more energy in the discard pile for the Gardevoir for later. But I think I would personally rather see an energy hit that Rolts on the bench. Or even attach Retreat to the Manaphy and just say, well, I don't really need this, so I'm just going to let you knock it out. So we've got the Ultra Ball for the Flaffy. Flaffy number 2. Number 1 that hit the discard early with that Squawk and Seize. Going to be the Fleet-Footed for 1. Second, Raikou hitting the bench there. Aggro Raikou all round. I think we're going to see we're going to see a Dynamotor. A few decisions here. Powerful hit for the Miraidon. Looks like he's going to be favouring hitting with that Zapdos. 3 energy, 110 damage there. Would be pretty powerful. Attach Return onto the Raikou. And yeah, so there's that second Psychic Energy. He's going to be hitting the discard pile. Alex goes up 5 prizes to 6. What does Ryan promote here? Of course, only second turn of the game, so what are we hoping to see here? Maybe Rare Candy Gardevoir. Probably going to be looking to get some Keeleys into play. Start getting the old gravy train rolling. There's another energy in the discard pile. Draw 2 from Ryan. And we're going to see a refinement. So that's energy number 4 there. Keeping track today. So you could do the maths on this. So 4 energy back onto a Gardevoir would be, I believe, 180 damage. With that Psy Wave, I believe it's called. Psy Wave. Looks like Keelia number 2 is about to hit play. There he is. Got the Play Pokemon badge on it as well. Like to see that. Refinement. Going to discard the Professor Oak this time. I don't believe there's been a supporter yet for turn. So we could be seeing a supporter very soon. I mean, it might just be that is the only support in hand, but I don't really want to use it because I've got loads of good stuff in hand. What are we seeing here? The reversal energy there. So it looks like the Radiant Greninja is going to be potentially the sacrificial lamb so far. Don't know if there's much in the way of switch cards in. Oh, there's the Iono. Okay, so the choice support of turn was Iono. Shuffling both hands to the bottom of the deck. Draw 1. For each prize card your opponent's taken, so Alex is going to have 5. Ryan's going to have 6. We see a level ball, so we do have Keelia number 3, potentially if you want it. Just wondering what the decision is going to be here. Level ball. Those are nice looking level balls, aren't they? Those Play Pokemon foil ones. Here he is, Keelia number 3. Refinement number 3, no doubt. Let's get Thin In. Thin In is winning after all. Thin out all those cards we don't need. Possibly going to be up for the energy. We do see now there's a collapsed stadium as well from Ryan. So what would that really give him? I mean, the ability to get rid of the mana fee, not really too important, but would give Alex the ability to get rid of that squawk ability. So I don't know if I would love to play that at this moment. Probably wouldn't. There's the refinement. Drawing 2 fresh ones. I think this is going to be, yeah, pass over to you. Okay, Alex back in the driver's seat now. Another easy prize for him on the table. May opt to use, I mean, if his deck is the same or similar to what he was running previously, obviously it was very similar, it's the same as Miraidon, he was running 4 Boss's Orders. Now we have seen 2 hit the discard pile. There could be 2 more active Boss's Orders in the deck, or even in hand at this point. If so, I would definitely see that there could be a potential for bossing up that Kelia with the reversal energy and just getting rid of that. Reversal energy in Guard of War, super dangerous. Looks like we're going to see refinement for 1. Fleet-footed for 1. Getting my abilities mixed up now. A little bit of thought process here. Do you see a couple of energy in hand? Is there a boss there? Didn't quite see fast enough. There's definitely a switch card. Oh, there's a judge. I believe that's a judge. Are we going to see Alex judging Ryan this turn? There's a switch card. Okay, looking for a second fleet-footed. Clearly digging for something if you're going to use up resources. Although, of course, the switch card is great. Often the thing that makes switch cards so good over regular switch is that healing. Not often that Guard of War chips damage away, really. Always looking for the one-hit knockouts. Manual attach return there goes on the Raikou. So Raikou is not going to attack. Manual attach goes on the Zapdos. So Raikou is not going to attack this turn, and we're going to see that judge. Okay, it's basically a given at this point that Radiant Greninja is going down. Question is, can Ryan then, from this judge, these 4 cards, I mean, he's got triple refinement, can he find all the pieces that he really needs to start mounting anything that looks remotely like a comeback? Four fresh ones for each. There's the generator. Nothing from that. You hate to see it. Okay, where are we going with this now? It's going to be Dynamo for turn, of course. And there's the manual retreat from the Raikou. Of course, the previous Raikou was moved with the switch card, so still had retreat for turn. And it's going to be 110 doubled for weakness, 220 damage from that Zapdos. Prize number 2 taken for Alex. Is it time now to mobilize? Are we going to see some Guard of Wars? Ryan's definitely got to do something. Okay, plays up the Cresselia here. It's interesting. There goes Battle VIP Pass into the discard pile, draw 2. Now, I just don't know what Cresselia is doing into the Zapdos. Now, of course, Zapdos cannot one-hit knock out the Cresselia. Looks like we've just seen the Kelia evolving into the Shining Arcana Guard of War. Shining Arcana for 1 energy. Goes onto the Cresselia. I would assume Alex there just confirming that it wasn't attached for turn. But don't know for sure. Looks like we're going to see refinement number 2. It's a nat. Okay, there goes. That's Zacian V hitting the discard pile. That's the one really that can sort of pull in the big boy numbers in this deck. I don't know if the maths is much different for what the Gardevoir can do. Of course, the Gardevoir has access to reversal energy, so that's a big difference. That's an extra 90 damage for one energy attachment. I think the Zacian can still hit harder, actually. Refinement number 3, bins off the Roxanne. Another 2 cards. Ryan's hand is a lot bigger now. A lot bigger than it was after that judge. And it's going to be a level ball. Is there another Ralts in there? I can't remember if one's hit the discard pile or not. I don't think any have been knocked out. We didn't see it with the Hisuian Heavy Ball. Okay, it's going to be the Kelia. Where is that 4th Ralts? Well, I suppose it could be in hand. It might have hit the discard pile, but I don't think it has because he's knocked out the Mew and the Greninja. Did not Hisuian Heavy Ball for it. Looks like we're going to be another Shining Arcana here. Draw 2, no energy. Oh, and there's a boss. Looks like we're going to be bossing up the Squawk. It's a free 2 prizes, really. Only 160 HP on this. Well, I know you call it glass cannon. It's not even that, is it? It's just that setup Pokemon. Sort of really the third in the series, if you like. We had the Dedenne GX. Well, I suppose fourth in the series. Really, we had the Shaman EX, Dedenne GX, Crobat V. Now we've got the Squawkabilly EX. He's sort of low HP, not really attacking for much. Draw cards. Starting the turn with the Fleet Foot. It's great having that active. It's almost like saying, well, I'm just going to draw 2 for turn instead of 1 if it's active, of course, which is just brilliant. Going to be using up the Nest Ball there. I mean, what's left? Raichu, maybe not even. So I'm going to fail it. And just confirm as well, the ability use token on the bench Raichu is incorrect. Not that it's going to make a massive difference, I don't think, at the moment. I think the 2 players are going to be very aware of that. Alex now, I believe, just doing his signature Intimidation. Very well known for being quite an intimidating presence at the table is Alex. Known for his roughness and gruffness. And we're going to see Beach Court here. Beach Court gets a free retreat, and the tool goes on to the Forest Hillstone goes into the active Raikou V, and looks like we're going to see it used. Are we going to get the electric generator? That's the question, I think, here. Quite often it does get used for that. Or are we going to see? No, would you ever boss this? I don't know if you'd ever boss this. I suppose if you boss up the Kelia, then you're limiting what your opponent. Yeah, are we good? Okay. If you boss up the Kelia, then your opponent cannot get Gardevoir EX out, which is cool. Puts them in a position where they have to rely on the Shining Arcanas to power up the Gardevoirs. Currently, yeah, okay, so he's going for that. Nice. It's interesting, interesting play. Definitely worth doing. Currently got the free retreat on that Raikou. Yup. So opts to go for the Zapdos, so even if there is a return knockout, it's only a single prize, which is nice. Against the 2 prize deck like Alex's, playing for that 7th prize. Could be the difference between winning and losing. Yeah, big fan of Zapdos. This one's a good card. All 3 of the legendary birds in the Pokemon Go set are really cool, offering +10 to their respective types. But yeah, just a fan of Zapdos anyway. We've now got the Zapdos EX coming in 151 as well. Excited for that. Quite like the Galarian Zapdos, and Galarian Zapdos V, both brilliant as well. Always showing up with the legendary birds. Okay, so it looks like we're back to Ryan here, and oh, that's a spicy tech, letter of encouragement. So that's how you that's how you know that a card is spicy when the opponent has to pick it up and read it, because I'm not sure what it does. So because Ryan had one of his Pokemon knocked out during his opponent's last turn, he can now search his deck for 3 basic energies. Oh, it looks like it's a fail. Yeah. And what have we got? 2, 4, 6 in the discard pile. How many is it? 6 in the discard pile, 1 on the active. That's 7. I can see at least 1 in hand is 8. What do you play, like 10? He has prize checked, because he has been in the prizes, so would have been able to count before. I mean, either way, I suppose, even if you know there's none left in the deck, it's still just a redundant card to have in hand, isn't it? Shining Arcana. Oh, so this is another thing actually, is potentially choosing not to take the energy out because you want to be able to hit them on the Shining Arcana. So maybe just using a letter of encouragement to have a little look in the deck and see what's there. Another Shining Arcana. Are we going to see an energy? No, we're not. Nice big hand once again. Oh, a frog. Fog crystal. There is an energy there. I can see it. It's at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, it looks like did just use letter of encouragement just to see actually how many energy were left in the deck, and then hoping to hit one off of the Shining Arcana. And it's going to be Iono now. That's the supportive turn here. 3, I believe, for Alex, and 4 for Ryan. Yeah, we're happy. Let's draw. Beautiful. Okay, fresh cards, fresh hand, fresh mindset. Looks like there's a psychic energy there for Ryan in hand. Can't quite see what Alex has got. No, he does play the one of Drapion. I might have just seen the one of Drapion. So going to be taking the prize there with the Gardevoir knocking out. What is that? Is that 180 damage? 100, yeah, 180 damage, I believe. For 120, yeah, it is 180. Cool. Is this Fleetfoot, or is it going to be the Tandem Unit? Looks like Tandem Unit. Going to see Tandem Unit for that Raichu V and another Miraidon coming into play. Probably more of a deck thinning at this point than anything else. I don't think they're going to be attacking anytime soon. We've seen a few generators. I don't know if there's any left to generate any energy. I mean, you can only ever generate one at a time. Yeah, powering up that benched Miraidon EX. We also got that benched Raikou there with the just looking very bright. That one just, here we go, sitting in the corner there with the glare on it, glaring away. Fleetfoot for 1. Oh, it's the Bravery Charm. 270 HP now on that Miraidon. That's a big chunky boy to try and deal with. And Alex knows it. He's just going to go straight in with it. He's like, yeah, you can't knock this out, son. Lost City is going to replace the Beach Court. Great play there. So recovery on that Ralts is now going to become impossible. And the Kelia and the Gardevoir, they're all going into the Lost Zone. Bye-bye. Research first, of course. Discard draw 7. Happy with a fresh set. Another Jenny. Knowing Alex, plot armor, he's going to hit 2. Oh, and he does. He does, of course he does. Even he realizes that's just absolutely scummy. 1 on the Flaster, 1 on the Miraidon EX, the fresh one. Oh, they're both fresh, actually, but yeah, mega fresh. Not much left of the deck. Don't think it's going to matter too much. Now, if I'm Ryan at this point, I've got to think, well, time's running out. Is it time to just pick the cards up and go to a game 2? The field is not in my favour whatsoever. I've got Cresselia, which I can't do anything with. I've got Manaphy, I can't do anything with. Gardevoir's gone. All my energy are in my discard pile. Maybe you could say, well, you could rod in 3 energy and try an Arcana 2. I mean, what does that give you? 1, 2. That would give you 3 energy. You could then attach a reversal, which would be 6. Does that put you into the knockout range? No, it does. I don't think that even puts you in the knockout range right now. But there's the super rod. Are we going to see any energy going back in? No, we're just going to... Oh, yeah, we are. We're going to see one. Okay. One energy back in, Ralts and Keelia. I do think the writing is probably on the wall here for Ryan. Shining Arcana. Going to see Worker draw 3, get rid of the Lost City. There's that Ralts. Pal Pad. Yep, that's from the discard bud. Let's make sure we get that. Looks like a boss going in. And an Iona. Nope. Roxanne and boss. Okay, Roxanne and boss. So I feel like maybe Ryan feels like there is a win condition on the board. I suppose you knock this out. I suppose, yeah, okay, you knock this out this turn, you go down to 1 prize, and then you've got no 2 prizes in play. You concede another knockout. Alex goes to 1 prize, and then you can take something. So I suppose there is a win condition on the board, but it's a big stretch. And I suppose if that Ralts can be rare candy Gardevoir EX, you can easily power it up, and then you can boss up the Flaffy for the single prize. But knocking out anything else here, and you've used your support of turns, so you don't want to boss anything. I think if you pass, you're done. And what are we going to see here? Whose turn is it? Oh, is Alice's turn? Is he drawing a card? Oh, it must be because he's doing stuff. Yeah, I think this game. I think that is game. 2 more Idon set. Jesus, that's scary. 220 HP on this one though, so a little bit easier to KO. Scrap that. Nope. 270 HP on this one also. So, oh god, and then bossing up the guard. That's got to be it. You got to pick up. Oh what? Oh, he's bossing up. Sure, he's bossing up the Ralts here so that you cannot get that Gardevoir EX into play. That's surely that's it, right? That's got to be it. We're gonna. Yeah, 3 prizes to 1. I don't know what you do. Maybe you see the writing on the wall when you move on. Because now it's just all about time, right? It's going to sign Arcana. What do I get from this? Ooh, yeah, ooh, nah. Such a dominant board space. Just such a dominant board right now from Alex's side compared to Ryan's. Even without looking at the prizes, I mean, that's just a lot of powered up Pokemon to try and deal with. Yeah, okay, I think that's going to be the scoop there for game 1. Game 1 goes to Alex now. I'm going to do a quick pause here. You're not going to notice it, but yeah, I just really need the toilet. So I will be back in a mo. Alright, back in for game 2. Sorry about that. That was desperate. I could not hold that. Needed the toilet. Hell of a lot. Gonna see the... Oh, we should let this play when I went to toilet, shouldn't we? Gonna see... Whoa, okay, there's a big power shuffle there from Ryan's side. Haven't shuffled his energies in yet. Let's get them spread out throughout the deck. Makes sense. Interesting. I only noticed this actually on the weekend. Alex power shuffles from the bottom, which is pretty... I've never seen anyone do that before. I don't know if that's common. Do let me know in the comment section if you've ever seen anyone do that before, and whether they have since been sectioned. Still shuffling up. So I believe I'll have to just apologise in advance if I'm getting this wrong, but I believe Ryan is a relatively new player to Pokemon TCG. Maybe not fully on board yet with understanding how best of 3 time constraints can work. Things of that nature. Because I think if he was, probably wouldn't be spending this long with the shuffle up. Because I think we got 50 minutes in this top cut. And we are looking like we're ready to go. Is that a mulligan? No, it's not. I'm going to assume it's also not a mulligan from Ryan's side, or else he would have shown it by now. Yep. 6 prizes out from Alex, ready to go. And we are going to be going in for game 2. Safe to assume that Ryan chose to go first. Oh, opening up the Zacian. So Zacian did not see play at all in that first game. It's a bit of a bugger. It's a bit of a glass cannon because you're pretty much guaranteeing 2 prizes with it, but then you're guaranteeing that you're about to concede 2 prizes. So it's all about pacing, isn't it? You know, you're sort of racing to the bottom, if you like. But if you're racing faster, or if you can get it going faster than your opponent can actually physically get moving, then maybe you're going to get 2 hits off it. I wouldn't like to bank on it. We're going to see a Ralts go to the bench, roar the sword there for the Zacian. Going to get another Psychic Energy out of the deck. Choose to attach it to the Zacian. That ends the turn. All right, where do we go from here? It looks like draw for turn for Alex. He's got Arven in hand. He's got an escape rope as well. Is it going to be... I'm not sure there's any way to find a Miraidon just yet. It's hard to see at this angle. I'm doing that really dumb thing where I'm trying to like look around the screen, but obviously you can't do that because it's flat. What are we seeing here? Yeah, okay, Arven. Okay, I'm actually being mega dumb. I literally just said there was an Arven and then didn't even consider the fact that you're just going to Arven for an S-Ball to get the Miraidon, and also going to get the Forest Seal Stones. So Forest Seal Stone goes on to that Raikou, possibly. Yep, there's the nest ball. No point shuffling. You're going back in. Miraidon, big surprise, and the tandem train, as Alex likes to call it. 2 more lightning Pokemon are going to be hitting the bench. One of them's a Miraidon, big surprise there. Let's just move that mouse out of the way so we don't keep getting that thing at the bottom. Apologies for that. As I get more into this, as I try and do more live play, we'll try and improve the quality. I did originally want to do a bit of like an overlay, but really right now with where I am in life, I just don't have the time. I just don't have the time for that, to be able to put names up and put prize counters and time and all this and that. It's there's a lot goes into that, and hats off to the guys that do it. I'm sure there'll be someone out there who's like, oh no, it's really easy because you can just put an overlay onto OBS and then you can just do it manually. Cool. Maybe I'll look into it at some point. For now, we're just going to see raw footage. Just like you were there. None of that extra fancy stuff. Not even particularly good commentary either. just me. And final Pokemon hitting the bench is Raikou V. So just to catch up, the Miraidon found in Miraidon and Mareep, and then the second Miraidon found at Zeraora and Raikou. Now we didn't see Zeraora at all last game. I don't know if it's prized. Fleet-footed for 1. Looks like it was an energy. There's the escape rope. Interesting. Oh, okay, of course, because no, it's not interesting. Zeraora's got free retreat. Makes sense. We've got the Sealstone in hand. There it is. Probably going to be looking to Sealstone into a generator. Looking for some donking. Going for the donkey donk. Can I read your card, please, sir? Yes, you may. I can't say no. It's in the rules. I think it's in the rules. It should be in the rules. You shouldn't be allowed to say no. What the hell? Yep, do you want to cut? Yep, cut me into all my energy. Thank you, please. You can see there that Alex's hand is just like, well, if it happens, it happens. And it happens. What you going to do? So that's going to be Lightning Rondo. It's an easy knockout there. 20 plus 20 for each bench Pokemon. So there's 140, is that doing now? Something like that. 100, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, 140 damage. Energy onto the Miraidon EX as well. 3 energy in play to run. So actually, I don't know if it was in the right play, but I could have gotten the knockout on the Zacian V if he didn't escape rope, of course, this turn. But that's not the way it's gone. The way it's gone is that the Routes is gone, and now you're just stuck with the Zacian V. Could attach Psychic Energy into it and do 150 damage. Not bad, but still not great. Especially with that Miraidon on the bench starting to threaten the 220 damage needed to knock out the Zacian. Looks like we're going to go for the manual attach anyway. We are going to choose to chip away at the Raikou there. Ryan making that choice. I can only assume then that there's not a lot going on in his hand. Oh my god, and that is just an awful dice for damage counters to choose. You know, listen, you want the dots and you want it to be obvious and visible. They knew there was going to be a camera. Like I offered to use the dice because I've got dice that are actually decent for this. But hey ho, so we're going to have to deal with that disgustingly ugly dice. I just want to apologise to everyone at home who has to look at this dice. Don't bother squinting, you can't see it. It says 150 though, you have to trust. 3 energy on that Miraidon. Pretty easy pickings. Start powering up Miraidon number 2, may as well, why not? Do we have a... Okay, we've got Beach Court for the free retreat there. It does just look like game 2, Alex has just drawn the absolute nuts. 2 energy, a research, and a judge hit the deck, hit the disc apart, excuse me. I believe that's the Drapion in hand. Did get to use it, did play against, I believe, 2 or 3 Mews today. Today. On the day of this competition. Not going to get much use out of it now, though. 4 Dynamo to later, maybe. But energy on that Flaffy. Always a good idea just to be mindful of the potential boss stall. Free retreat from the Beach Court. Don't want to do 140. Why would you do 140 when you hit the 220 damage? 2 prizes. It's now 3 prizes to 6. Ryan's had better days here. Ryan's had better setups, for sure. Hisuian Heavy Ball. I see Battle VIP pass. Too little too late. And is that Rolts number 2? I did see a Gardevoir EX there. That's disappointing. You don't want that. That's something that you just don't want in your prizes is a Gardevoir EX, to be honest. And is that pass? Oh, dearie me. Did he just draw Generator? He did. Oh my god. Another 2? Why not? No, nothing. No, I honestly do think maybe it's probably redundant. I mean, obviously getting 2 there or even 1 is just silly, but Alex again, just like game 1, just running away with the setup, I think. I don't think there's as much that Ryan can do by the looks of it in game 2 as he could have done in game 1. I think playing the Manaphy was a big error. Limited bench space, couldn't get the 4th Rolts into play. You've got to get those 4 Rolts in play as soon as possible. Also choosing to sacrifice the Radiant Greninja early. There's another Electric Jenny. Get one this time. Sort of running out the place to put it. Now the Zeraora is really cool as well in this matchup because I know we didn't sit today, but when the Gardevoir's got a lot of damage on it, you can just knock it out with 1 energy with the Zeraora. Zeraora does 60 to evolved Pokemon. Iono down to 2. Now this is one of those situations where, yeah, okay, Alex doesn't have many prizes, so therefore he's going to draw very little off the Iono, but pretty much everything you need is already in play, so it's not going to make a massive difference. And we're going to see our first refinement of the game. Oh my god, is it like turn 4? First refinement, turn 3, turn 4, first refinement of the game. Level ball now. Yeah, I mean, no doubt about it. This is just not going well for Ryan. No reason to concede, though, because he's already lost game 1, so may as well play it out and try and win this. Bit of an uphill battle, and it feels like with every passing turn, with every passing card being played, the hill's just getting that little bit steeper. Got reversal energy. Oh my god. No, you did not. Oh my days. Okay. We got reversal energy, Keelia for 30 damage here on that Raikou. Ah, that's just not good. That's just not where you want to be, is it? Yeah, knockout. And just take a moment as well, just to look at that dice on the Raikou. So much easier to see than the dice on the other Raikou. 3 dots, you know what's going on. And I think, yeah, okay, so there's going to be no way to get any more Pokemon. Oh, well, you had Worker, but what are you going to work her into? You had Manaphy there. I think Writing's on the wall situation. Oh, Gardevoir and Gardevoir EX in the prize cards. It is what it is. Congratulations to Alex. Commiserations to Ryan. That is top 8 Clifton Road Games Cup quarter 3, I believe. Quarter 3. Yeah, I think we've got another one this year. 23rd of September 2023. Please join us again for I got 2 more. I got 3 in total from this competition. I got the top 4 and top 2. So yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Thank you very much, everyone. Cheers. Bye bye.